And we're back. I'm your host, BKP. Good morning from the office. I'm here with Carlene Ferguson. But look at that beautiful black backdrop.
It is beautiful.
I mean, but that's where we live.
I know.
Right there.
God, we're lucky. That's New Hampshire?
Yeah. Cole, there's times when you could just shut up.
I was like, I haven't seen,
What's
the
wrong
leaves
with
are
him?
changing.
What's wrong with him?
Nothing. He's
Okay.
a jewel.
A jewel?
A jewel.
He gave up.
He's a jewel.
He gave up the. I mean, he tells them you're gonna think they're gonna think I'm campaigning out there. Cole. I'm your host, BKP. Yes, he is a jewel. We'll call him Jewel for now. Thank you.
You're welcome.
You set that up.
You're welcome.
I'll start saying, "Yo, Jewel."
He's and we had kind of a conversation in the back of our Windy Jeep, and he's enjoying what he's doing here and learning and doing so.
Yeah, his head's warm. His legs are freezing, but I don't understand these kids.
I know. I think he wore that up the mountain the other day too.
You know what? We're talking. I'm with Carlene Ferguson, and we're talking health and fitness for the next 20 some minutes here. And we do this every Wednesday morning. And so,
I love it. You've got all your stuff.
well, I wanted to take you through my day.
Let's do it.
Okay, when I get up in the morning, I like the peanut butter chocolate shake. So I do this about, I'm gonna say an average of 5 to 5:30 in the morning, but probably about 5 a.m. Okay.
Great.
And when I do that, then I take my morning.
Or you take your morning before that shake.
Right, before,
Yep.
30 minutes
Right.
before, right.
Good job.
And I take this before, and then
Yeah.
I take this one as I'm eating. Then I make sure I put this in my pocket for my lunch.
Great. Your multi-mineral vitamins.
When I get done with
omegas,
this
all
show, okay, and when I get done with this show, I take this, and I wait, and I go, probably eat lunch. I'm a creature of habit 4 days a week in Ingles, because they have a great salad bar,
Right.
they have a great hot bar, and the one thing with AvoCare you can do is eat.
Eat real food.
And you know what I've been doing over there? Because of the weather changing, I've been getting a nice big soup.
Oh, good.
Yeah, I like a good soup, right?
Yeah.
But it's all portion. You don't have to stop eating. It's portion. Eat the soup, you're done.
Yep.
But so I do this for lunch. Okay.
Yep. I mean, you
That's
take those
lunch.
after because that's your multivitamin,
Right,
your
lunch.
omega-3s,
Then-
all that good stuff.
This is the AvoCare Award winner of the year.
You have a lot of people agree with you.
This is a number one. There's something wrong with this because it just cannot taste this good and be this good. The AvoCare Holiday Gingerbread Nutrition Bar. I mean, I'm
Have
just
you had
telling
one, Cole?
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean-
you shared?
Nope.
You stole it.
It's right up there with a Scooby snack. I'm telling you, man. I mean, this thing is through the roof. So I have this nutrition bar, and if things get late in the afternoon and I don't want to miss the meal, but I don't have time, I have one of my Avo bars with me.
Great.
So that's my day. Now I'm not done. I'm going to give you the floor because I see a bowl and I see plates and I see forks. I'm not done. Then I have what has been patented, and it belongs to me, so don't try this.
Oh, that's
I
why you
call
wanted
them
Robert here
popcorn
because you
pillows.
brought popcorn. You made popcorn.
These are I don't want to get sued because I could just smell the guy calling his lawyer right now. Somebody called this one day a popcorn pillow. So it is now officially popcorn pillows. Now I may be cheap,
What size bag is that?
2.5 gallon.
Nice.
Here's what I do.
What?
I might be cheap. I call it conservative. But I go over I have my coconut oil.
Right?
So I go over for $3. I get a bag of popcorn this big, $3.
Yeah.
Okay, I got my coconut oil. 1 hour in the kitchen in the afternoon. Spend the time with my dogs. I'm talking to Sassafras. She's hoping I drop popcorn. It's a great time we spend.
Oh,
together.
our dog's
Right?
totally the
Right?
same way. Oh, yeah,
So,
right there. Like, yes.
For 1 hour, I pop the whole thing. It makes about 6 popcorn pillows.
Look
and
at
I
that.
turn it into about $35 worth of snacks. For what? $5.50.
Right, Brian, you're meal prepping.
$5.50. And I keep this in the car. Now I will tell you this. I
keeping
love
quiet?
this. You
Good
know what
idea.
Cole said one day?
What?
We're doing a show. We do the 3 nightly shows, right? So Cole says to me one day, he He's going, he's putting the equipment up in the car, and he comes back and he says, "Can you do me a favor? Can you drive up the road with all of your windows down for about 2 or 3 miles?" I look at him and say, "Why you gotta drive on?" He says, "Well, because it smells like a movie theater in the car." There you go. But that's
a good thing. That's a great idea. You are meal prepping, Brian.
My popcorn pillow
fantastic.
goes with me. So if I just need to
Brian,
reach
Robert,
for
do you
something-
see that? This is a great idea. That
So-
could be done at our house.
Those are popcorn pillows, and $35 worth of treats in a bag, and they stay in the car, and it gets me through Friday night. Now, I'll tell you what, when I do high school football and I drive an hour, I've 2 hours to some of these games, hour 45 minutes. You want something to snack on, you know what I mean?
Heck yeah.
Okay, now
I'm so proud of you.
that's
proud of
my
you.
day. But I will say this: AdvoCare, we will support, encourage, help you any way we can. And the great thing about it is I'm going to take the fear out of it. Okay, you can eat. That's a promise. You can eat. Okay. My wife is a very good cook, as I'm for sure your wife is too out there, or maybe even your husband's a good cook. But my wife still cooks.
Yeah.
It's just, for me, it's portions. Okay,
It's all about portions. I mean,
I've
it's
talked
oh my
all
gosh.
the way through, waiting to see.
But you know
the
what I love?
unveiling.
I love that you talked about you're taking your vitamins. You have some snacks so that you're keeping your metabolism going throughout the day. You have a meal bar, a meal replacement bar, which is a full meal replacement bar, just in case you can't do lunch or something, or you're on the road still and you haven't later to eat dinner, and you've got a healthy snack with you.
This
Fantastic, right?
does not supplement my food. I want to be careful with that. You can't just go around and supplement all of your meals with replacements. You have to have meals. This is the in case. I mean,
Right.
I can't sit down at 5 because I tell you what, I have tried to stop doing, and Lisa and I have tried to stop doing, because for both of us, the way both of our schedules are. Oh, I see you're here. You're headed my way. For both of our schedules, trying not to eat at 8 and 8:30. So if you just find yourself that you're not going to make 6 o'clock meal and it's going to be 9 o'clock, go ahead and get it over with and do that.
Right, but you've made some planned and made some adjustments to your schedule, and you've really honestly meal prepped. You've planned, because if you don't plan, then you'll be stuck going to a fast food or something like that, and then you're starving and you're eating too much. So you've planned it out, you figured it out, and I'm so proud of you. So.
I want to know
All
what's
right,
in here.
and with those healthy snacks, as we continue, I just want people to know that, we live in apple capital, so we've talked about apples for all this time, but I want to continue to keep apples in your mind, because apples are such a healthy snack, and very simple, warm when you're craving something at home, warm in that, apple pie or whatever. You can do some warmed apples, and all I put was cinnamon on them. Let me show Colin. Yeah. So all I put was cinnamon. It's apples and cinnamon.
Political candidates are not supposed to eat on camera, because it can come back to haunt them later in a campaign. I have to be careful.
Well,
I mean, people can see this video and they can put it out there and they can say, "Look at the way he chews, and he wants to be our next president."
well,
I have to
yeah.
be
There you
careful
go.
with that,
There you go.
But you know what? I'm just going to let all that go.
I
and see
want-
what happens.
Right. I want people to realize I added no sugar. The sugar is all in the apple. These are Rome Beauties. Isn't that good? Look, for my Jeep buddy. Off the camera.
Cole's standing over here, just can't wait. He's like, "You got my plate ready? You got my plate ready?"
Try those warm apples while they're. I'll keep this covered. Good. That is just a Rome Beauty apple from RNA Orchards, and some cinnamon in a pan. I put a tinge of water, barely any, and it just kind of boils out. Isn't it good? So instead of the apple pies with all the extra calories and all the extra sugars and all of that, you don't need. Just warm you up some apples with a little cinnamon and have a dessert type treat, something warm as it's getting colder.
You don't hear this very
Healthy.
often, but just keep talking.
And cinnamon, cinnamon is actually really good for weight loss and blood sugar, helping to level blood sugars out. But anyway, cinnamon is a healthy thing to add to your cooking, and the apples right there, delish. So think of
Can I have more?
yes, you can.
I'm telling you, folks, I can't. That is a home run.
Yeah.
That's a
Apples
home
and
run.
cinnamon. It's going to be turned into
Apples
like your
and cinnamon.
popcorn.
Now, how did you do this again? How'd you
Literally,
cook
Brian, all I did was I cut up 2 large Rome Beauty apples from RNA, and then I took the skin off, which usually I encourage the skin, but it's a little tougher when you're
Right,
eating
right.
like this. But put them in a pan with a lid, sprinkled cinnamon on top, and just enough water in the bottom of the pan to
To
coat
give
the
them
bottom
moist,
of the
right, right.
Yeah,
it
coat
is.
the bottom of the pan. They don't even have, and then cover them medium, walk away for 15 minutes. Maybe, I don't know, it depends on how soft
These
you like
are
them.
Rome what?
Rome Beauties.
Yeah, this is a great cooking apple
Yeah.
because that's the interesting thing about apples. Some are cooking apples and some are not good cooking apples. You know?
Yeah.
This is a great cooking apple.
Yeah, they're so good. Cole, you need a refill?
Okay, well, just whatever you want to talk. You want to talk about sports, whatever.
You know what?
just
Let's
keep
talk
going.
about, here, did you get enough?
No, I'm good.
Here.
We have to give.
I gotta take care of my
our
camera guy
what
outside.
is he?
My Jeep buddy.
Precious or
Dang, what did I call you?
what do you call you?
Jewel. He's a jewel.
Yeah, let the jewel have some apples.
Anyway, Cole joined us this past weekend, Sunday, on our hike up to Fort Mountain. Thank you, Cole. She's gonna keep filming me because I can't remember. I'm already on
Eat
all the
your
next
apples
hikes.
and hush, young man.
But we had a great group up there. I will tell you, I'll talk about Stay Active LJ for a little bit
Go
because
ahead.
that is growing and we're so excited. The community
is.
of people,
It is.
yes, it is. The community of people is terrific. Robert and I started this company just as a heart to help people get out and explore the North Georgia's outdoor playground. And we are developing quite the community of people that come and meet each other and make new friends and hike. And if you don't know where to hike around here and you don't have a group to hike with, or your husband or your wife doesn't like to hike or want to get out, then join us. And we have one this Saturday morning. We're going up to Carter's Lake. Part of Carter's Lake, the Talking Rock Nature Trail is actually this hike this week. It's a 2-mile hike. It's a medium level of difficulty, but we're also after going to go to the Welcome Center and the Visitor Center up there, which is beautiful. They have a kind of a little museum up there on Carter's Lake, and the views are spectacular, and the leaves are not at peak, still. They're slow to turn this year. So yeah, lots of green, but lots of pretty color too. So it's a really pretty hike. Robert and I actually just did it a couple of days ago, Cole. Just to kind of, because we knew there was a pond, and this trail kind of goes around different environments, environments, so you can experience all different things. And there was a pond, and I thought, well, is there a pond anymore? Because we've had no water. Well, it's kind of a puddle now. It's not really a pond, but we hike around that pond, and then up there's an overlook that overlooks the dam that we hike up to. So it's a beautiful hike. That's
Well, I
9
know
o'clock.
Cole always goes to the hikes. He enjoys the hikes. And folks, in the background, if you could hear the noise, that is Cole clanging his fork against his plate because he can't slow down with his apples. He's enjoying it. Cole's enjoying his apple. But anyhow, he does go to the hikes and joins you on the Sunday hikes. How do people get involved? And what we've always stressed to everybody here, that these are great for beginners.
Mm-hmm.
You don't you let people know up front if you're going to do something that has a challenge level, so
That's
they
right.
know up front if there's a challenge level.
Yes.
And some things you do has that because
Yeah.
some people want that challenge.
Right.
But for the most part, Stay Active LJ, it's about that
Mm-hmm.
period, not so much the challenges, getting out, enjoying the outdoors, and staying active, and that's your focus. So how can people get in touch with you?
They can go, our Facebook is the best way to see all of our schedule that we have. And it's Stay Active LJ is our Facebook page. And then we do have a website that we're working on, so that's coming, but it doesn't have all of the schedule on there. But on our Facebook page, you can find our events under our events category and click on that and find out this Saturdays and the other upcoming hikes. And our schedule will continue. We're going to hike all through the winter because you can just layer up and bundle up. And actually, the winter is a beautiful time to hike because the leaves fall off the trees. The views are amazing. And most of our hikes stay to 2 miles or under. And what we say is if you can walk up and down a flight of stairs comfortably, then you can do any of these hikes, any of these 2-mile beginner ones. There's one later in the season that's Jack's River, that's a 9-mile, that's a little more challenging. But we're just trying to help people get out and experience that. We also do kayak trips, and we'll do a lot more of those. And we've got some nighttime events coming up scheduled and in the works. We're putting together quite the fun winter schedule, so I'll share more about that as we go.
I got a Wolfman problem. Now you know that already. I'm concerned about the Wolfman, and you know that already about me, and I keep asking you these nighttime trips. I'm concerned the Wolfman's out there.
Okay, well, maybe you would like to do our, we're going to go
I don't know
watch,
what it is.
watch the stars at Chateau Maitre
The Wolfman will be there.
in the winter. No, he won't be there. You think Wolfman hangs out on the vineyards?
Always.
Look.
Always. You
Running
never
up
know
and trying to
where
trade the
you
vineyard.
will see that Wolfman.
Oh, I know.
Silly.
Yeah, I know.
love it. Listen, you know what I like? I like that you and Robert and you took a chance. Okay, when you open a business, you took a chance on something that you're passionate about, believe in, that is focusing on your community. And I like everything about it. Okay,
Thank
I
you.
like everything about it.
Yeah.
I like the courage you have, because it's a positive for your community. It's positive for all of us. FetcherNews.com, Lisa and I, we love and enjoy what we do, and we do cover several communities in North Georgia, but our focus when we started the business was making sure that we were doing something to be a part of our community. And I like everything you're doing.
Well, thank you. Thanks. We're thrilled.
And we're happy to support you in any way we can.
Thank you. And y'all are so terrific and have been. And with that, Brian, actually what's happened is it's not just the Ellijay community. We're pulling in all of North Atlanta all the way up. So it's actually Fetch Your News, where you're reaching.
Anybody can come up, and I'm glad you brought that out, because if you're watching this morning, I mean, we have a lot of Florida viewers, and we have several viewers in other areas, and they say, hey, I want to take a trip, and I want to go get a cabin this fall or in the winter, like you say, and I want to get out, and I want to enjoy hiking in North Georgia, and I'd like to get together with a good group of people that know what they're doing, know where they're going, somewhere I can enjoy a nice hike in the North Georgia mountains. Stay Active Ellijay is the perfect place to come up, take your vacation, get a cabin, and come over and see you guys and find you guys and join you for a hike.
Absolutely. And surrounding counties, if you're a viewer from a surrounding county, we have already plenty of you. We've had people from Alpharetta, Woodstock, Canton, Jasper, all around joining us on the hikes. So
that's great. Now let's just wrap up really quick here. AdvoCare, okay. AdvoCare, if you go to FetcherNews.com, okay, FetcherNews.com, if you go to the top, you will see the AdvoCare button. You click on that, you can get more information. Any way I could be of help, BKP 706-889-9700 or chief@FetcherNews.com. I'll help you any way I can, okay. Feeling better, living better, and enjoying life makes politics a lot more fun. I don't know if that was a good sales pitch.
It's kind of cute.
Huh?
Might work.
Makes politics. Anyhow, but we will encourage you any way we can and be of any help we can. And Carlene will also, in your quest for a change in your lifestyle. And you don't want to miss these gingerbread person. This is the best time of the year to jump on board. Don't act now. One of those act
right.
now while supplies.
It's true though with those.
Right?
It's true.
I got to do one of those act now ones. But Carlene, or go over to Stay Active Ellijay. Find them on the website, on the internet, Stay Active Ellijay, and go over there and tell Carlene or somebody at the counter, say, hey, FetcherNews.com sent me and I need to see Carlene, or just FYNTV.com or BKP, because we want to help you any way we can. What do they call it? Set of precedents. The last time you were here, I had pumpkin pancakes. Today I have apples. Are you going to have something else for me?
I think I'll keep going. I love fall foods, so yeah, I think I might just keep going.
Well, we need to talk about fall foods because we are going to go into Thanksgiving, and I, for one, believe you can have an awesome Thanksgiving meal and it be healthy.
I agree. I totally agree. Yes,
right?
Great vegetables. And Thanksgiving is one day, not the month. So it's not to eat holiday food all the entire month. It's one day. So you can eat great fall vegetables and fall, all kinds of fall foods during the month of November, and then have a great Thanksgiving treat.
It's my favorite time of year.
Yeah, it is. It's a great time.
It's a day. So there's not a pumpkin pie for me and then one for everybody else.
You've done so well. You can have that pumpkin pie, but then you'll
Well,
never want to eat that
I
much.
mean, I like turkey, and turkey is a good meat. I like
Yeah.
turkey, vegetables, and a lot of the things in Thanksgiving. It's just not as bad for you, and you can
Truly.
have a healthy meal.
And as we round the bend for Halloween, remember that Halloween, here's what. If you're a parent or a grandparent, don't feel bad for throwing out the extra candy that you don't use for trick-or-treaters, or if you have extra candy, or you want to just buy extra candy, I'll plug downtown. You could bring candy to the Chamber of Commerce this week and give it to the Chamber of Commerce, and they will give it to the kids that are trick-or-treating around
Monday
the
night.
square. Monday night, yes.
5 to 8,
Yes.
trick or treat around. You know who's going to be there?
You?
The Wolfman.
There might be a few Wolfmen.
That Wolfman will show
Actually,
up Monday.
Robert and I are doing the Halloween contests, the costume contest. He's the MC.
Lisa has 3 costumes picked out, decided, and she can't get me on board, so I got to think this one out. She keeps coming up with, this is the thing, is I keep hearing, we are going as.
That's great.
What's this we?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think we should dress up. I think, whoa. So I haven't got on board yet.
Come on, Brian. We're having adults also. Adult contest.
I may
Couples.
come as the Wolfman to counteract the
There
Wolfman.
you go.
I will watch the Wolfman come Halloween.
We do need to
you
find
just
him a
don't know,
Wolfman.
I love the old Wolfman. Anyhow,
So they can bring buds. You don't have to eat the whole bag. Or you want that little candy bar or 2 or even 3 of the snack candy bars. Buy some bags, open up, get yourself a couple, and then give the rest to the chamber. That way you get your little treat, and then you support the kids in the community.
there's this show on TV
Not that I'm for the
last
kids in the
night
community
that I've
eating
been
on a show.
watching, and there's this little sitcom that's come on. I absolutely have fallen in love with the sitcom. It cracks me up. And a lady's a housewife, and it's Halloween, and the husband walks in the kitchen and catches her eating the Halloween candy.
Out of the kids' basket?
No.
Oh.
She had already
Oh, it's
bought the
not-
Halloween, she had,
Right.
and he says, we broke into the Halloween, and she says, yes, hide it. Hide it to where I can't find it, and there's a little bit of a challenge, and if I do, it's like, I already knew it was there, so I forget what she said. It was hilarious. So she opens the freezer, later in the episode, she opens the freezer, and the trick-or-treat candy's in the freezer, and she looks at her husband and said, I told you to hide it, not make it taste better.
Yeah, that's right.
I'm your host,
Crack open
BKP. I have so much fun when this lady comes by, Carlene Ferguson. Stay active, LJ. Get in touch with them today. Get in touch with us. Let's talk about AvoCare and what changes you can make that maybe you want to. I heard somebody the other day say, I plan to lose some weight, okay? And I will tell you another thing. You won't it depends on the individual, and you always follow your doctor's orders. I gotta stress that. You do nothing without your doctor's involvement or knowing you're doing it, but you also can lose weight, and you also possibly can get off medication. If the last time you went to your doctor and your doctor said you are borderline diabetic, you are at the point that you can stop this with diet and exercise, call me. I'm your host, BKP. Good morning.
I
Thank you.
enjoyed it. Sorry you have to go back
Thank you
to
for my
politics.
apples. Why? I love
Nice
it.
break.
I love it. I can't wait. Right after these messages, I'm going to tell you what Tallahassee meant, what Sanford meant, what those rallies meant in Florida, and the enthusiasm gap somebody has. I'll be back.